Jai Hind children, hope you all are fine at home. So today we will be doing the last module of this chapter, tracing changes through 1,000 years. And in the previous module we had discussed about a lot of things like how new things were invented, like the spinning wheel, the firearms in combat, and this led to new social and political groups. We also had discussed about archives and different styles of writing and so on. So in this module we will be dealing with the topic. The first topic is old and new religions. So it has to say the 1,000 years of history that we are exploring witnessed major developments in religious traditions. People's belief in the divine was sometimes deeply personal, but more usually it was collective. Collective belief in any supernatural agency or religion was often closely connected with the people's social and economic organization. So it was during this period also that important changes occurred in what we call as Hinduism today. This included the idea or the worship of new deities, the construction of temples by the royalty, and the growing importance of the Brahmins, who were learned, special people, who were those people who were learned in Sanskrit. Then one major development of this period was also the emergence of bhakti, which means a connection or love for the personal deity which devotees have without taking the help of the priests. You can see pictures of temples, and this is the idea of bhakti. The other important thing which happened was merchants and migrants. They brought the teaching of Holy Quran to India in the 7th century, and we all know that Muslims regard Quran as their holy book and accept the sovereignty to one God, that is Allah, and whose love, mercy and bounty embrace all those who believe in Him. Then many rulers were patrons of Islam, and there were Shia Muslims who believed that the Prophet Muhammad's son-in-law Ali was the legitimate leader of the Muslim community. And then there were Sunni Muslims who accepted the authority of the early leaders or the Khalifas. So there were other important differences between various schools of law, Hanafi and Shafi, mainly in India. This was all about religion. Then thinking about time and historical periods, historians do not see time as passing of hours, days or years, as a clock or a calendar. Time also reflects changes in the social and economical organization. In the middle of the 19th century, the British historians divided the history of India into 3 periods. We have already discussed it is Hindu, Muslim and the British. And this division was based on the idea that religion of the rulers was the only important historical change, and that there was no other significant development, be it in the economy or the society or the culture. Such a division of history also ignored the rich diversity of the subcontinent. Now, few historians follow this till date, but most look to the economic and the social factors which characterize the major elephant of different movements of the past. We have read in class 6 about early history, like the hunter-gatherers, the farmers, the people living in the towns and villages, and in this year we will be dealing with the medieval history. So, the 1,000 years of Indian history witnessed considerable change. The 5th or the 6th century was quite different from the 8th or the 18th century. Therefore, describing the entire period as one historical unit is not without its problem. Moreover, medieval period is often contrasted with the modern period. Modernity means it carried a sense of material progress and advancement, but we all know that medieval history also has a lot of offer, and it also showed too many significant changes. So this is the whole chapter. We will be dealing or discussing the doubts in the live class. Till then, Jai Hind.